been a long while, and I have a lot to talk about, and I'm not sure where to begin, but I feel like just starting the camera is one step in itself, I guess. I was doing the challenge, and during the challenge, a lot of things happened. Just a shit ton of things. A long 7-year-old relationship ended. I was shown things about myself that I really didn't know about. I got way more into feeling pain on a different level, which allowed me to see the energy that comes with that feeling in a different light. And then, the road, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this in the video so far, but the road outside my house, figured out it was going to end up inside my house. That's a challenge, because starting from tomorrow, the house is going to be inhabitable for a few months. So I'm going to have to find a place to sleep and work and live. But I figured that all of this, all of the things that has happened, and it has been a shitstorm without any comparison. All of this has made me stronger in who I am and what I need, what I really need. And I've had the opportunity to really go in deep to see who am I and what do I need in these moments. And I guess there's one thing that really, really, really stuck out for all of this. And that is really what my why does to me. And my why is my kids. A lot of people don't have kids. I'm not saying go out there and get kids just to get your why, but I see that when you get kids, you turn on a different button inside of you. You open something else. A new challenge comes. I was not supposed to say challenge. A new channel opens. And that channel has a whole bunch of different emotions that you were not really prepared for, I would say. Because the love that you get when you become a parent is unlike anything that I can explain, and only parents can understand. That's something that I've really come to realize, that it's something so deep, so fundamentally true to your core. It changes you completely. People are willing to just do whatever they can throughout their life to make sure their kids have what they need. So you're willing to take a bullet, you're willing to do whatever it takes for your kids to be safe, but you have this new kind of love. And some people might just say that this is great. Like, I love my kids. And that's all great, but I have a curse to how I think and how I feel and how I act. And that is that I can't just let anything go on the surface level. I'm not saying that love is surface at all, but there's something about how I see things that just pushes me to see things all the way through, kind of. Like, what is love? What is life? What is fear? What is anxiety, depression? What is all of these things, and how can you manage them? And for me, when I started to think about the love, I start to see what I can do with this newfound power and motivation and drive, because you can do things that you previously didn't think you were capable of. Making decisions that is going to impact not only you, but everyone around you. And it's based on the love you have for your kids. Now, that makes no sense whatsoever for people who don't have kids. Probably. I'm not sure. I'm not going to assume anything, but I know how I was before and after. And because of that, because of all the things that has happened this past month, today was really the first day where I could only be with myself. The first day where I could just reflect, think, and really go into what do I want? What do I need? What is it that I'm truly feeling, and is it aligned with who I am? And it wasn't. There were still some things that was just going against who I am. How I see the world and what I have to do to kind of adapt to that. And then when I went into it, I came to realize it's not me. I'm not adapting to who I am and how I see the world. I'm adapting to how others see the world and who other people are. I'm compromising. And I was compromising a lot. That's not good. I think that if you find yourself in a position where you're compromising who you are, something's happening. Not sure what happened there, but when you come to a place where you have to compromise who you are in favor of someone else's feelings or challenges, I found myself that I'm just walking straight into another place where I will regret something down the line. And I've been there so many times that I can sense it. And it was confusing for a long time. I didn't know what I felt. I didn't know what I needed. No wonder when the entire reality that I knew kind of shifted overnight. But I was trying to do what I felt I was called for, while also being held back by the reality that I've been in. So I was stuck. And it has given me a completely new way of seeing anything that has been going on inside of me in terms of emotions and drive and what makes me tick. Love, too, for that matter. So many things. That is completely shifting how I see the world. And it's overwhelming. It's so confusing. But at the same time, it's liberating because the things that I used to focus on, the things that used to keep me back, things that used to keep me occupied and pulled down, a lot of those things are just gone. They don't matter anymore. And sometimes I feel like an insensitive prick. Because over the time, since I started to really work on myself, I've been able to be extremely conscious about what I think, when I know what I think, and the emotions that comes out of it. And when I'm inside of a situation where there are pain or whatever else have you, something negative, I have this ability to transmute it so fast that it was almost like the negative emotion was not even there. And that makes me seem like an insensitive prick because it's oftentimes it has seemed like I'm not really caring for the other person's problems. But in reality, it's just that I'm not allowing it to take over my problems or to seep into who I am and how I feel. I can be there as a support for the other person, but if they see my state of mind, I guess, as arrogant or insensitive, that creates problems, and I don't need that. I really do not need that. I think that we are all masters of how we want our lives to be, and I think that we can't expect others to do exactly what we need them to do in order to feel good. We can't be expected to compromise. So I've been really just thinking and feeling and reflecting and just going through all these different things and just seeing what do I really need. And I need to be myself. I need to be with myself for once. To be who I am, who I want to be, without having to worry about anything that is not me. I love my kids and I will be as much as I can with my kids. Unconditionally. And if that's a problem, if I have to sacrifice anything in terms of my kids to anything that is not directly from me or my kids, that's a no-go. That's something that I can't accept. Over the last month, I've really come to realize that I've been selling myself short. I've been doubting myself for years. I have not seen my real value. I have not really stood up for myself. I have not said things as I feel them, and I have not done anything about what I feel is wrong. I have compromised all the time. That has led me to walk on eggshells when I really did not have any reason to do that. It has caused me to doubt myself in situations where I really knew the answer. It has caused me to wonder if I was wrong, or if I'm the one who is making things worse, when in reality it was not. It's not supposed to be like that. I don't know what the point of this video was, other than just a little insight or a update towards what's going on. So now, 12 minutes into this almost, let's talk about what the problem or what the plan is. I wanted to keep doing the challenge, but then my life completely shifted. My routines and habits went out the window. Everything that I did was turned into something else. And that made it very hard to stick with what I've been doing so far. And I realized that I needed that shift. I needed that change of scenery and change of everything in order to see what I could do about it. To really see if I'm as adaptable as I thought I was. And I've become fucking adaptable. Right now, consciously, I have not tried to figure out where I'm going to sleep tomorrow because I know that I'm going to survive. I'm going to find some place that's going to work out. And it doesn't matter. Because I know that from my challenges so far, nothing can really stop me as long as it's me. As long as I don't have to worry. As long as I know that the people I love is taken care of, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be fine. So from here on out, I'm going to continue what I'm doing, which is to try to live my life as free as I possibly can, which has been working out great so far. But to be honest, I'm in the middle of a transition, which has been really interesting financially. But then that's the whole clue of all this, right? I want people to realize that when you get to a certain point and you know how to design your reality, it doesn't matter if you don't have money, because you can create money. If you have anything to give to other people, value or whatever, you can create money. It's nothing more than if you were to sell a TV, you're going to give a person that TV, they're going to give you your money. And even though I've been trying to really just see, do we need money? Money's not the answer. Love is the answer and all those things. In this world, you do need money. So I've been really testing a lot of shit. And speaking of testing a lot of shit, I'm trying to create the best freaking thing that has been created. And that is an ambitious goal, but I'm focusing all my intention in how to provide value in the best possible way so that people can find certainty in themselves, confidence in themselves, love for themselves, freedom and authenticity for themselves, so that they don't have to cater to everyone else's system or demand. I have realized that I'm quite the anarchist. I don't like people who control others, and I feel like in our society, especially in Norway, most people are under some sort of control by the government. And I would say that if you have an employer, you're under a certain control them as well, if you don't love your job, that is. But there's always someone who has some sort of control over us, and I wanted just to be completely free out of, from all of that. That has been an ambitious journey. That's the third time I think I've said ambitious in this video, and I'm not sure why why that word keeps popping up, but that's not important. I have so many things that I have to create, so many things that has now been put on hold, and just to give you a little heads up, like just a little a tiny piece of the context. My grandfather died 2 years ago. I know, random. But just last week, he told me to make sensible choices. That's a cliffhanger. There has been a lot of things that has happened this last month in terms of how I see the reality that I'm in, energy, life beyond, all the different things. And I've just come to accept that it's a thing, because now I can communicate differently. And that's fascinating. I just wanted to give you this video, this little update, because some of you have asked, where are the videos? What happened? And we have this community, the Legacy Forge, thelegacyforge.com, if you want to join that, where a lot of people are talking all the time, but it has taken it has been way too focused on plant medicine, and that was not the intention. The intention of the Legacy Forge was for people to forge the legacies, and that is not done through plant medicine alone. But more on that on a different video, because this video has been all over the tangents, and I'm not gonna keep your time any longer. If you are one of the people who wondered, where am I? I'm currently hanging on to a wave that has been sweeping through my life, and it continues to show new sides of me. I want to do a community talk as well very soon. Just a live get-together, probably in Discord. So if you're not in there, thelegacyforge.com. I want to talk about things that is going to shift things. I want to hear from you. I want to talk to people in a way that I haven't spoken to people before, and is going to be very much around this whole thing about finding your own authenticity and following this very real pull towards a future that is in your ultimate truth, where you are fully grounded in yourself and you have complete control over your reality. And that is something that is very interesting, sometimes very painful to be able to experience, but I think that it is something that everyone should have the opportunity to experience if they want, especially today, because things are happening at a record speed. Talking about technology and AI and all the things that is happening right now. But with all of that said, thank you so much for following this channel. Thank you so much for having given me your time and energy. And over the years, I don't think that I've really expressed my gratitude to the people who really give me their time, who are in my life. The people who reach out when you go silent. You know who you are. I love you. Thank you so much. Take care of your freaking family. And I'll see you in the next video.